8 assists, 15 points in the first half, looking to add to her tally. Ooh, look out.
Caitlin Clark made history a moment ago. In the first half alone, she had 15 points, 8 assists, and was impossible to stop. This was a night that everyone will remember. Clark not only set a new WNBA record, but she also proved beyond a reasonable doubt that she was the Rookie of the Year. The best part, it was against Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Sign up for the channel, and now let's talk about the numbers. Clark had an amazing game at the end.
8 assists, 15 points in the first half, looking to add.
Scoring 31 points, passing the ball 12 times, and grabbing 4 rebounds. In this case, Clark not only led in all the important offensive categories, but he also did it so quickly and well that even veterans would be impressed. Those 12 helps. They show that Clark is more than just a scorer. She is also a real leader on the court and help her whole team play better. Don't forget that she did all of this quickly. With 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter and the game pretty much over, Clark was already on the bench. What if she had played longer? Before this game, a lot of people thought the race for Rookie of the Year was close. We'll no longer talk about that after tonight. Reese had a bad night, but Clark had a great one. He scored 31 points and had 12 assists. Even though she had 10 points and 11 rebounds, it wasn't enough to make her Rookie of the Year like Caitlin. Looking at the scoreboard made the difference even more noticeable. The Fever dominated with Clark on the court. With Clark on the bench, the Fever led 98-74 after 3 quarters. Sky couldn't compete with Clark's show. Tonight was about how one player can elevate a team, not just individual numbers. Clark improved her teammates, created chances, and controlled the game. However, Reese seemed lost and unable to influence her team. In a matchup many expected to be balanced, Clark won and dominated, leaving little doubt about the WNBA's rising star. Clark was mission-driven from the first quarter. Clark's first three-pointer silenced to the Sky crowd, but she really took off in the second quarter. She made 3 almost consecutive three-pointers, each better than the last. I was most interested in this shot from beyond the three-point line. Sky fans stood up in amazement at this basket. Each play increased the score and showed Clark's dominance. She was performing a symphony on the court, and everyone else was a spectator. Caitlin Clark's performance isn't just about her impressive stats. She's transforming the Indiana Fever and their season prospects. As a comparison, the Fever went 13-27 last season. The playoffs are within reach with Clark leading the way. This win over the Chicago Sky was a declaration of intent. With a 101-81 win, the Fever proved they're playoff contenders and could win the title. Clark largely influenced all of this. This rookie story is even more impressive because she's improving her teammates' games. Clark's pinpoint passes have helped Aaliyah Boston. Their chemistry is making opposing defenses nervous. Clark's court confidence is contagious. The rest of the team plays as if they can beat anyone on any night. A young team looking to dominate the league needs this champion mentality. The Fever have a rare weapon for the playoffs. Clark can turn a series around, not just be a talented rookie. Her ability to make plays, hit clutch shots, and stay calm under pressure is essential in the playoffs. Clark isn't just having a great rookie season. She's redefining what a rising star can do for her franchise. Success always presents challenges. Caitlin's dominance caught the Chicago Sky's attention, and their frustration was inappropriate for professional basketball. We saw a regrettable moment in the final moments of the game, with the Fever leading comfortably. A frustrated Sky player pushed Clark from behind during a transition play. All Fever and WNBA fans worried when Clark fell. This incident shows how Clark is impacting the league. She's winning games and getting into her opponents' heads. A respected team with stars, the Sky, was reduced to desperate and unsportsmanlike tactics. Thankfully, Clark stood up quickly and seemed fine. In this incident, Clark's presence on the court changes league dynamics. Teams prepare to play the Fever and Caitlin Clark. Her ability to affect games and frighten opponents shows her importance. As the playoffs approach, Clark and the Fever are a force to be reckoned with, and this season could be the start of something special. This moment also shows Clark's league competitiveness. She's playing well and forcing other teams to play better or desperately. This kind of impact is usually reserved for veterans, not first-year players. The Sky's reaction shows that Clark isn't a passing fad. She's a force opposing teams must plan to contain. This evening, those plans failed spectacularly, causing frustration and unfortunate events. However, after everything we've seen on this incredible night, it's time to ask everyone's burning question: who deserves Rookie of the Year? I think Caitlin Clark won this award with her performance in this game. MVP-worthy numbers, not just rookie numbers. 31 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds, and a 5-9 3-point shooting percentage. Clark won the much-anticipated matchup against Angel Reese by outperforming and outshadowing her opponent. This game showed Clark's uniqueness. She has turned the Indiana Fever from mediocre to playoff contenders in one season. Her impact on the franchise is clear. Note that this exceptional performance is not unique. Clark has played well all season, and this game is the culmination of his excellence. Clark continues to set new standards for WNBA rookie excellence and impact with her performances. This performance would make Clark a strong Rookie of the Year candidate if voting began tomorrow. This game was a decisive win for Caitlin Clark in the Rookie of the Year race, but it's not the end of her story with Angel Reese. It could start an epic rivalry that will define the WNBA for years. Consider two talented players who could become league ambassadors and push each other to new heights. This rivalry could spark the next great women's basketball era. Clark and Reese's matches will be must-watches for their storylines, drama, and incredible competition. Tonight was Caitlin Clark's victory, but it's also the start of a story that will captivate fans and add excitement to the WNBA. Who will win Rookie of the Year and how this rivalry will develop are the questions now. We are witnessing the start of something special. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are the league's most talented and charismatic newcomers. Their rivalry began in college basketball and has now reached the top of women's basketball. Clark won this matchup, but Reese is a fierce competitor. This loss will fuel her to train harder and return with everything next season. And Clark, she raised her bar. She must now maintain this level of play. Can she maintain her dominance, or will Reese and other rising stars contain her? Fever vs. Sky games will be must-sees in the future. Statistics will be analyzed, and fans on both sides will fiercely defend their players. So while we celebrate Clark's amazing night and likely Rookie of the Year award, we should also be excited about the future. Because my friends, this is just the beginning of a legendary WNBA rivalry. I noticed something while watching this game. From the moment Caitlin stepped on the court against the Chicago Sky, we knew something special was coming. The way she commanded the court, looked determined, and stood tall said, "This is my house now." She moved with unwavering confidence, knowing she belonged among the world's best. Her long-range shots showed her confidence. She demanded these shots, not just tried. Every time she released the ball from behind the three-point line, you could tell it was going in, and it usually did. Clark's confidence was perhaps most evident after the game's final push. Instead of being shaken or angry, she got up, dusted herself off, and returned to the bench smiling. "You can knock me down, but not stop me." That smile said it all. She smiled because she knew she had won the game and become a league leader. Clark is confident without arrogance. She knows she can dominate the WNBA for years to come. However, Clark and the Fever's meteoric rise cannot be discussed without mentioning Christy Sides' remarkable transformation. At the start of the season, many wondered if Sides could maximize Clark's potential. Those doubts seem to be fading. This game against the Sky transformed Christy Sides. Her strategy was perfect, letting Clark shine while maximizing the team's talent. The most impressive part was how Sides adapted her playing style to Clark's abilities. Sides tailored the Fever's offense to Clark's talents, rather than forcing him into a system. The result? A fluid, unpredictable offense that lost the Sky defense. I want to hear from you after today's events. Does anyone doubt who deserves Rookie of the Year? Caitlin Clark dominated Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky with 31 points and 12 assists. What do you think? Do you think Clark won Rookie of the Year with this game, or is there still room for debate? Please like this video if Clark's show impressed you. Why not subscribe to the channel? Subscribe for more WNBA analysis and coverage.